Hey guys, it is me, Adventure Time Talks, and today we are going to review the newest episode of Adventure Time called Thanks for the Crab Apples. Now, this episode was a little bit I don't know how to explain it, but it was like showing us the wizard's side, or like it was showing us a wizard episode. So, this episode starts off with there's a bus full of wizards, and they're going, and they picked up the Ice King, and they were all going on some type of destiny journey inside this bus. And so they pick up the Ice King, and they're driving by, and they go through this, like, I don't know what you call it, it's like a mini city or town or something, but it had like a lot of normal looking buildings put next to each other, so it looks like an apartment complex kind of, and it was filled with old people. So yeah, but it was very interesting. Little, like, I don't think I could call it a town, but it was just buildings that looked like normal, like how normal buildings would look like, and they were right next to each other. So it was really kind of different to see those type of buildings. And so they're going through, and one of the wizards named like Ron James or something like that was gonna show them what they were doing, and then apparently their plan was to go to butt this rock that looks like a butt, and they were all gonna hold hands in a circle and start chanting stuff until they can chant something certain, I guess, and it would spawn in a new wizard school. Something very, very weird. So yeah, that was their plan, and they were gonna go and see if. So after Ron James, I believe his name was, showing them what they were doing, Abracadaniel, the driver of the bus, decided to go and try to pick up Finn and Jake because he's one of their friends. So they drive out to the tree house, and as Abracadaniel is going to knock on the door to ask them, Finn notices a bus and tells Jake that there's a bus full of wizards, and Jake's like, they're probably going to invite us on some stupid destiny journey or something like that. So as Abracadaniel's walking up, water nymphs were swimming. It's in this little like pond right in front of the treehouse. So Abracadaniel, trying to show off to have them come on the bus with them, failed to do so, but Ron James was able to trick them to come on with some spell that made his eyes sparkle, which I thought was pretty funny. So after they got on the water nymphs onto the bus, they drove away, and as they were driving away, Finn and Jake came out from their tree house and hoping to go on the journey with them. The bus was already gone, so I thought that was pretty funny that they still wanted to go on the journey, even though they kind of sounded like it was really stupid for them to do that. So then we go into the next shot where they're driving through some farmland filled with a lot of cows, and as they're driving through, the bus breaks down and the wheels fall off. So them not wanting to waste time and still think that they can make some type of special spell, all get out of the bus and all write on toilet paper to just start writing random stuff to throw into one big spell, I guess. So as they're doing that, they wanted the water nymphs to get on the bus and dance with them to give them inspiration, but they didn't feel like doing that. They just wanted to write. So Ice King volunteered to do that, and as he was doing that, the farmer that owned the farmland noticed him, and he got pretty mad and brought out a shotgun threatening him. So they all got in the bus, and Ice King had the idea of getting on top of the bus and using his ice powers to make an ice road and an ice blast to push the bus along the ice road, and they were able to do that to get away from the farmland. So after they were trying to get away from the farmland, it goes into the next shot where Ice King's powers were weakened, so he decided to, I think he asked Abracadaniel if he could take over. They switched hats, they switched like basically hats, so I guess most of the wizard powers come from hats, which is very, very interesting. So as Abracadaniel took over, they were going down the ice road, and they saw a crabapple tree, or Ice King did. And he asked the old man, some weird person that this is the first time ever meeting them, which Iceman called him Giuseppe, which is a very weird name. But he asked him if he could jump out real fast and grab the crabapple tree, and grab the crabapples and bring it to him. So as he jumped out, he was grabbing them, the old man, or Giuseppe, and he being old couldn't catch up to the bus fast enough. So Ice King said, "Throw the crab apples." He threw them, but they kind of ditched him. So after they ditched him, Ice King thought like, let's read his toilet paper from the last shot where they were just writing a bunch of stuff on toilet paper to put it all together into one spell. He read Giuseppe's, and apparently it was so heartfelt that everybody in the bus started crying. And then he started reading off everybody else's, all the other wizards, and after he read them all, he threw them into one big cauldron, and as he threw them in, it was making this spell, a gas flew up from the cauldron and made everybody knock out. It was like a sleeping gas or a knockout gas. So they all get knocked out and they all fall asleep. And next shot, they are in the water, and Ice King the first to wake up, so he sees water and he starts screaming, freaking out. So he wakes everybody else up, and the water nymphs decided that they could probably help since they are like born into water. So they swim out of the bus and try to lift up the the bus, and they couldn't. So they just decided to leave all the wizards in the bus. So they pretty much ditched them, which was pretty funny. And Ice King thought like, he has ice powers. Maybe he can freeze the water, and then he can freeze water and freeze them, and then when somebody finds their frozen bodies, they can melt them and preserve their body or whatever. And he's like, it'd only take 200 years tops, which everybody was very, very like disappointed about that, but it was something funny that he would say that. So as he said that, they started freaking out, and out of nowhere, Giuseppe, or the old man, uses some telekinesis power and lifts the bus out of this pond and pulls it to the side so they can all get out. And as they were thanking him or whatever, he just kind of like vanished into this bluish, I don't know how to say it, like this bluish cloud. And this cloud was able to go and spread across all these trees to light them up like Christmas lights or something like that. So yeah, the old man had some very special power. I guess he can control dew or something like that. So as he did that, as he filled all these trees with beautiful blue lights, the episode basically ended there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my full review or full conversation about it. Please tell me what you guys thought in the about the episode in the comments below. I hope you guys have a great day, and bye.